Federal Capital Territory Police in Abuja has arrested Alex Mascot Ikwechegh, a lawmaker from Abia State, for allegedly assaulting a cab driver, Abuwatseya. According to the police, a disagreement occurred between when Stephen tried to deliver food to Ikwechegh. The driver reportedly asked Ikwechegh to come outside to receive his package, but the lawmaker refused and allegedly slapped the driver. Police spokesperson Josephine Ade confirmed Ikwechegh is currently being questioned at the Maitama police station. Abuwatseya filed a complaint stating that Ikwechegh not only slapped him but also dared him to report to the Inspector General of Police, showing a lack of respect for the authorities. Meanwhile, rights activist Martin Vincent Otse, known as Very Dark Man, has filed a petition with the Inspector General of Police calling for further investigation and justice. In his letter, he claimed Ikwechegh threatened to make the driver disappear and urged that Ikwechegh be prosecuted. FCT Police Commissioner Olatunji Disu has assured the public of a fair investigation and promised that appropriate action will be taken once the investigation is complete. On another story, the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria has come out to condemn the actions of Ikwechegh, saying that this harassment is not, has always been one of the major problems faced by the union, the e-hailing union, which Ikwechegh is part of. Now, joining me on the show to address this matter is Comrade Anthony Ayodele. Comrade Anthony Ayodele is a North Central Zonal Chairman of Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria. Good morning, Comrade Anthony, and welcome to Open Conversation.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me.
All right, Comrade Anthony, what first of all is your take to this story? What is the reaction of the union to this story? I am sure that Ikwechegh belongs to the e-hailing union, correct?
Okay, yes. Abuwatseya is a very committed and bona fide member of the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria FCT chapter. He's a very committed member.
All right, and so far, what can you tell us about the developments on the story, and what has the union done so far about this issue?
Okay, when we received the sad news or the sad information about our member being harassed by the honorable member, we saw the circulating video because he sent it to our platform. He sent it at 10:11 at night, and of course, as a responsible union, we quickly tried to see how to come into the situation. Immediately, we told him to go to the Maitama Divisional headquarters in Abuja, which he did, and we were there to report the issue. And then the next morning, we took it on from there. His car was seized. In fact, the lawmaker went as far as even calling the police to arrest him. If the lawmaker is the one that arrested our driver, still went ahead to go and arrest our driver. So, but on hearing from both sides, I must have to thank the Nigerian police for that. On hearing from both sides, they had to allow the driver to come back the next day, but his car was held. And afterwards, we followed the matter up to at the moment. The matter is currently at the IG's office. That is all I can say as regards that matter.
All right.
For now.
All right, Comrade Anthony, Ikwechegh's issue is not an isolated case among the challenges that the e-hailing drivers are experiencing in Nigeria. If I may ask...
Okay. Let me bring an historical perspective into this.
All right.
For a very long time, our drivers has always been harassed. This is one too many of the issues that our drivers are facing. And this is one of the many issues the union has decided to take up. And this in particular, the union is very, very interested in it. Very, very interested, because we want to know why an individual, no matter how you place you are, can say you get someone will disappear. That you do this, you do that. Even if you call the IG, nothing will happen. That you call a policeman to beat the person up. It brings to bear. It means that so many of our members have been missing. So many of our drivers that we don't know their whereabouts. These House of Assembly, National House of Assembly members, and some highly placed individuals in society are responsible for them. That's a union.
Don't you think that is
not going?
Comrade Anthony, when you say that some of the drivers that are missing, that the House of Assembly members may be responsible, don't you think that is taking a swiping comment, and that's a very strong allegation you have laid there? But I want to ask very quickly what the app companies are doing about this situation. Drivers, like I said, the Stephen Ikwechegh case is not an isolated case. There have been cases of drivers who have been murdered while on duty, while driving passengers. There have been cases of drivers who have been killed by riders as well. So far, what is the union doing about this? And have the union been able to liaise with these app companies to make sure that these riders are thoroughly investigated and brought to book? Have the app companies been helpful in the investigation of matters like this?
Well, I must be particularly without any equivocation book that the app companies are very responsible in this regard. Yes, I say so without any mistakes. The app company is responsible. That is even the reason why the union was formed. The union was formed to fill in the gap, to ensure that we protect our members. They are you know that they are being responsible. Ordinarily, in cases like this, you have to see the outcome is coming up for to say, doing this, we are doing that. Up to this moment, the company on this particular matter, both haven't said anything. It's still the union. If my interest moments, I was doing this video, I'm calling in Akure, we're out a national executive council meeting. To address issues like this and many more.
All right.
The companies have not been very good in handling issues like this.
All right.
We, as a responsible union, we are using this to all every product in the industry to see how can bring a better science into the happy industry, ensure that we work in collaboration to bring down this menace that has really beveled the industry.
All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Anthony Ayodele, the North Central Zonal Chairman of Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming on the show today and shedding the light on the plight of e-hailing drivers in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. And then, Chizzy, what do you make of these developments? What do you make of this story? The House of Representatives member has come out to apologize. Do you think an apology is enough?
Firstly, yes, of course, for me as a Christian, I would like somebody who has apologized to me to forgive him. But of course, you see, you don't just let him go, because if you do that, you are not also sending a very strong signal to others who will be doing that. People have been harassed. And again, yes, we're talking about the National Assembly member now because, of course, it's a National Assembly member.
It's highly placed.
Because it's highly placed. There are also drivers who are also rude to their passengers.
Okay.
There are also drivers who are also rude. We're telling ourselves that we should have cordial respect, we should respect each other. Because it's not just about the fact that somebody is coming to drive you or something. If you call a cabman, for instance, the fact that you call a cabman does not mean you have advantage over the person. It's just opportunity. And then, of course, for the cabman also should also know that, because you see, 90 or 80% of the cabmen do not see that as work, and so they are already angry that you are even a House of Rep member or something, and then calling them. So both of us, both those who call the cabmen and those who are on the street should see ourselves first as human and respect each other.
All right, Nze, let me come to you, Nze. This issue of, drivers, e-hailing drivers in this instance have been victims of rituals. They've been abducted, car theft, a lot has gone on within the e-hailing community. And it appears to a large extent that these app companies have enabled the riders, because the complaints have always can't get them, you can see their office, you can reach out to them. And Nigerians have no choice but to engage these platforms because, of course, the times are hard and they need to survive. What do you think can be what can be the solution? What is the way moving forward, considering what the North Central Zonal Chairman has said, that they've tried so much to engage the app companies and they've met a brick wall?
Well, I think first and foremost, the problem is a societal one.
All right.
We have this decadence in the society. And that decline is telling on every facet of the society.
Okay.
So the app companies, the e-hailing drivers and all that, those associations are not exclusive. You see, the driver himself has a fault. The rep member has a fault.
What's the fault of the driver in this instance?
The fault of the driver in this instance is that you brought something to someone who should be able to deliver to the last point. And that is the role of whatever that may be. I think that should be the role of the rule of the engagement. Now, you brought that stuff, either in whether you are angry, transferring aggression, or you are just haughty on yourself, or that is how you chose to. Because yesterday I was embarrassed by a driver.
Did you watch the video?
I didn't watch the video.
Now that's the thing. I read the story. He actually delivered to the point.
I read the story.
The rep member refused payment.
Okay, but from what I read in the story was that he refused to. He asked the rep member to come to the car and collect the stuff. That was what I had, and that is where I'm basing my judgment. But however,
so is the driver expected to come down from his car and carry the delivery to the house of the person?
Well, I don't know their rules.
That's not the rule of engagement. I
don't know their rules. But to me, I think that if a driver brings any product to my place, he should be able to do it. If it is something he can lift by himself. But if it is something he will need assistance, then assistance can be provided.
That's food.
If it is just food,
in a waterproof.
Yeah, he's supposed to deliver it.
He has delivered it to the address. Now, I also talked about the incessant killings. And the North Central Zonal Chairman talked about disappearances of drivers, unaccounted for. These are the situations. In fact, there was a particular case I was aware of in River State, and the driver was killed. He came and they begged him, please come inside. The person you're carrying is disabled, so that it can be. And he drove inside the compound. The gate was closed, and that was the last anybody heard of him.
Yeah,
that was the last he was seen alive. So now drivers are also taking precautionary measures to protect themselves. Don't you think so? If I am your driver and you ordered for something and I deliver to your gate, I have done my job. You expect me to come down from the gate, enter a compound where my life is not secure? Well, I mean, my life at that point is in your hands.
Do you know there should be a rule guiding most of these businesses? Yes, like the scenario you painted here. We also have seen here in River State where a delivery this thing had also brought an issue. I mean, a product to somebody, and they received the product, killed the man, and deposited the corpse into a safety tank.
They killed the delivery guy.
Yes, we know that, but that's why I'm saying that there should be a rule, and if that rule is known, anybody that violates the rule should be made to face the
So probably we should be talking about these app companies being properly regulated by the government.
Yes, but in this, they should be regulated properly by the government. But look at, on this issue that happened between that man and the Ikwechegh, we see that Ikwechegh acted he acted with like a man of like mind. I didn't like his actions.
Okay.
Yes, because he tried to show himself superior to the cab driver, even though the cab driver, based on what I read, because I must contain my judgment on what I read.
Okay.
So I didn't watch the video. But based on that, the cab driver also might have felt, who is he that I should go and drop another?
I think I've laid the background that should explain that.
So,
but let me quickly hear from Chizzy, because we are out of time.
Let me conclude by saying that, yes, since the man, the Ikwechegh of a man, had come openly, because I read his apology, And after reading his apology, I said that this is 1 in a million, and he should be commended. And I don't know how many people of such level in the government system who have come openly to apologize to the common people of Nigeria.
All right, Chizi, you want to speak about the app company?
Yes.
Very quickly, because we're out of time.
You see, we can actually not control the entire behavior of different men.
Okay.
But we can guide it by having that kind of app, by controlling the app.
Regulating it.
The activities.
The government regulating.
The government regulating the activities
of these app companies.
This app company. And so if your app company is not even domiciled here, then they should not allow you. Then if you go there and anything happens, then we know. The government can list the names of the apps that are domiciled here. And some people can be going on.
All right.
So we can get these pictures of this single team.
All right. Thank you so much, Chizi. I wish we had more time to continue, but sadly we are out of time. And thank you so much, Nze, for coming on Open Conversation. And thank you so much, Chizi. It's always a pleasure having you. And thank you so much, our viewers. Sadly we are out of time, and this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Open Conversation.